Da.
Good. So Judith, after this, I would like to invite you to say a few words about research.
Yes. Are we finished with Michaela? Yes,
No,
I know.
no. Just telling you before.
I know.
You know,
I
just
know.
waiting
Yes,
for
yes.
everybody to step in. Just
Okay. Yes, yes.
so,
But actually,
now,
you did.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Sorry, yeah, Rado, please continue.
No, sorry, it's okay. I just said welcome back.
I just wanted to say, Judith, that it's no problem if you come with 4 people, because I already like reserved rooms for 20 people. So we do have like 2 or 3 people. Yeah, I reserved too much rooms, like because of this purpose, and yeah, so it's fine.
Thank you. Sounds good.
Michaela, so did you just mention the situation of the rooms? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And can I add something, because maybe there is a little confusion, Rado, about that terminology of social dinner, because I know that in our meeting we were asked for like inviting for one dinner, like in every partner meeting this will be like a hosting gesture, and that's completely fine for us. I just wanted to say that this is not necessarily the Sunday evening. Optional social dinner means that if you are here, because the official program starts on Monday morning, so if you're already here, we would just offer you a place what we reserved for gathering and getting together and having a drink or some food together. But this like invitation of our side to one lunch or dinner could be also Monday or Tuesday evening. That when we are
Very nice.
Anybody here.
So
no pressure on this. It's just meant more like if you are here already, let's not start on Monday in the office in VIDC, but let's have a chance to say hello and spend some time with each other even Sunday evening.
Thank you, David, and I'm sure everybody will consider this seriously. So sorry, Michael, I stopped you exactly talking about the hotel. So the hotel is in the central railway station region, as far as I remember, isn't it?
Yeah, it's near to the main station in Vienna. So it's also quite near to the underground station for the U1.
Yeah.
And that's very, that's cool because we can go everywhere. We already had a look at some of the locations for the training sessions. And when we are staying there, so we can get everywhere. So that's perfect. But we do not have the exact locations of the training sessions yet. But as I said, I will send it out like at least 2 weeks prior.
And when do you need the details of the participants?
As soon as I reserved, like I did reserve the rooms already, but I have to check like if the number of rooms, because we now have 8 double rooms and 4 single rooms. If that is correct, I will tell them that it's sure that we come, that you come, guys. So if you could check if you need the double rooms or how many double rooms you need, or if you need the single room, because probably there are some males also there that want the single room. I would need to know like by Monday or Tuesday latest.
Okay.
But
Monday the 22nd,
yeah,
it's a good thing.
David?
Can I just suggest something from the previous projects? I think we have this contingent, as I saw now the email, till 22nd.
Yeah.
Prolonged. So you saw the address and the contact of the hotel. Maybe we can send it out to you again. And I think the easiest would be if you just go directly in contact with the hotel, tell that it's reserved on VIDC, so they know that it's taken from this contingent, and you make your reservations till Monday. And
yeah, it's a lot easier because you're going to have the invoice direct and everything will be
Yes.
direct. So yes, I think just to know maybe some date restriction, if anybody has, and to know the dates of arrival and the leaving will also be important. I like to have that Excel spreadsheet that you do with the details of the participants to manage
David, send again the link, please, because on this PDF file, you don't find the catch to click it on somehow. Maybe
Yeah.
it was hyperlinked, but it's not possible.
Okay, yeah, it was hyperlinked actually. Okay, I will
Mm.
fix that. We will send the link out once again.
You will send the link, and you meant this table, Radu, where you
Yes.
put your arrival
Yes,
date.
please.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'll be
use.
helpful. That'll be helpful
Yeah.
to know exactly how many people were and everything else.
Okay, okay.
Good. So lovely view. Nice. Now, if there are more questions about this, please.
Yes, I know I'm stretching the limits of this only question about train the trainers, but my colleagues wanted to also learn details, and let me ask you directly and not to read it from our the document, that when we finish this, also the train the trainers action in Budapest, we can do it actually until end of August, because we will be working with those students of our different programs like PE teacher, the coaching, and also the recreational sport for all studies, who are themselves volleyball players or in soccer. So they get really, I mean, very good. It's a very good combination who we already talked to. And when is the other than the week of sport, the European week of sport is taking place, the whole fall and also the springtime, can we or should we take these trainings for the target groups, the young women? Is it all fall time and all springtime? Like regularly once or twice a week?
So what when we designed the project, and then please add on this if something I missed. The idea was like this: we're going to create a center of excellences with this centralized trainer meeting. From this, we'll disseminate to local coaches, but we are not sure how this process will go. That's why we'll do a test event, European Week of Sport, in September 2023, and then use the feedback for the next event in 2024. Okay, so we're going to have a year to improve and to get a better event in 2024. So
between the two dates, it's a whole year. Correct. Because we have some sports hall in the campus are closing, and some sports halls are opening now, a new one. And we want to make sure, and this Andrea, who is the project manager here, is in charge also of planning so-called third mission community events in our university, which means we are opening our sports halls. So she wants to make sure that she puts in this fall time and springtime. But is there any also prescription about we need to do once a week or twice a week a training?
Okay, the manual will give you all the answer in detail, but in my experience, it depends sport by sport. It's not the same in all the sports. But what we suggest is to have at least once a week a training, and every 2 or 3 weeks a competition. Okay, to alternate this. I can tell you that we are preparing now with the Institute and with Dan to have an event in Bucharest in June next year. With all these sports, just to see what is the level of preparation, when do we get into the sport. So we're going to have an intermediate test within the September 2024 final test of sport. Okay, so this is how we are looking into it, but I need to find out all the details how to organize. So starting with September, we're going to have a campaign of getting skilled and getting as much as possible the girls into the sport. And this will happen throughout the spring. Hopefully in the summer, June, we're going to have a test event, and there will be more training. And in September 2024, we should see an improvement, and we should then have the conclusion. How did we manage to get better? What worked? What failed? Because, we're going to learn together in this one. It's not something like a very clear scientific recipe already done.
Yes, and one more question, because our campus is only one site. So how many more sites we should have the trainings. Like that's why we need to train up to 10 trainers, because it's other districts of Budapest are also running the same. How many?
I would suggest that as many as you can, but within the same city. Don't go to other city because it's not manageable.
Yes,
Depending on
yes.
the size of the city, you
Yes.
should, for instance, in Bucharest is divided in 6 districts, okay? Normally, we'll try to cover with 6 coaches because district is an area where you can travel around half an hour, whatever.
Yeah.
So this kind of what I don't know how it's going to be in Nicosia or.
Oh, we have
you
23
can imagine.
districts.
Oh,
So 23.
and Berlin, I'm sure Berlin has even more. So
yeah, but so like 6, but I'm sure it's a useful information for other countries. So we can plan with like 6 sites.
yeah, in
6
Bucharest, we plan
6
with
groups
6.
basically.
Or even less, even 4, north, south, east, west, and center. It's up to each
Buda
specific.
side and Pest side too.
Absolutely, exactly, because you have the river. Yeah, correct. But you have 2 main coaches.
Okay, I see.
Good. Any more questions, please?
Yeah, it's one more thing. When you said, so did I misunderstand that that in Cyprus there will be also a meeting of the best groups?
No.
No, it was
really will be.
okay.
No,
No,
sorry.
maybe
I
it was
did not.
last year, or it was in Israel in the previous year. You said the teams will travel there, the best teams.
No, I said we don't have the best. I just said we will try to create an event in Bucharest, in Romania, next year in June, which will include football, catchball, and volleyball.
Ah, so I don't know
volleyball.
why I remember the Cyprus and
It was in the previous version of the project with the team competition in Israel and things like that. Yes.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you remember
and
correctly.
And from this budget, we can pay for the team members.
We are looking for a way to resolve it. That's why I said this is just an idea. We are trying to get a sponsor or somebody to pay because we don't have in the budget already amounts for that. But we'll see how we manage. We have 6 months to look for a solution.
Okay, because it will be like at least 3 nights.
Sorry, I have to interrupt. I have to leave. I just saw Stella also has raised her hand. I'm not sure if this concerns the trainers in Vienna as well.
Yeah, I was going to ask something about the eligibility of the trainers. Do they have to hold the certificate, anything, a bachelor or a master or anything like that?
Of course, no. We have to deliver the project altogether. So each one is the responsibility of the project manager to choose whoever he or she thinks will do best.
And how are we going to prove that they are our trainers?
We don't need to prove.
Okay.
But we need to deliver in the competition a significant number of participants.
Okay, perfect. Because we have in mind a few people. Basically, I am in contact with one personal trainer, which is a woman, and another one, which is a male. And I was going to ask if it's okay to have one female and one male trainers, or 2 females and 1 man. I mean, I don't know that there are differences with anything. I mean, I just like to ask.
Stella,
do they have to be all women? Do they have to be mixed?
I think it's the best if they would be women coaches. It's the core.
In the project, we promised that there will be women coaches, but we didn't promise that all of them will be women coaches.
But it would be weird if now 80% male coaches will be there. So yeah, I think that would be in the sense of the whole project idea, to send as much as possible female coaches. But if you have some reasons and arguments, I think that's also fine.
Okay, because I was reviewing the Excel document to fill in the participants' information, and there was a section that said if you planning to bring one female and one male coaches, then you have to bring another female, 2 females and 1 male.
I meant it like at least 50% have to be or should be female.
Okay.
Like I'm emphasizing to bring as much women as possible.
Okay.
Because it's the core of the project.
It's very important, but you should know that I don't know why. I think more than 70% of the coaches are men in volleyball and catchball.
Yeah, that's what we have to change with this project.
Yeah. Okay.
It is a long debate. We're going to have it over the social dinner, but I would not add a discriminating factor at this stage as coaches, because we need efficiency. If there is a male coach that's able to create women coaches and is able to manage women participants, I think we should not just exclude him from this.
Not exclude, but emphasize the female participation.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we need to deliver the figures in the project. Those figures are related to the number of coaches and the number of participants. Yeah. So this is our responsibility. Of course, we're emphasizing women and we're emphasizing getting them skilled. But like us, me and David and Dan, if we can be somehow facilitating this, we'll be happy to do it. And we'll be happy to accept other guys that are willing to empower women through sport. Because that's it's not us and them, it's together. So that's how I see it. Sorry.
Can I have one more question? Yeah, this was on my list. That what do we do in the wintertime about the beach volleyball? So
sorry, I have to.
Bye, David. Bye, David. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
So what you're saying, sorry, Judith, beach volleyball in the winter?
The beach volleyball.
Yeah, it's played indoor.
So then it's okay to do it indoor. Okay.
Yes, of course. Okay. But indoor beach volleyball, not indoor volleyball.
Yes. Okay.
So if you're bored, you can also come to Vienna. We have great indoor beach volleyball hall. So
yes.
Or even better, you go to Mar. They have.
Let's see the budget. Okay, we go.
On the beach. Do you play all year round, Mar? Are your facilities open all year around? Or you have some periods of rain? How is it in Tenerife, Mar? How is the season of playing beach volleyball?
Okay, in winter we are playing indoor volleyball, and now we are beginning the beach volleyball season. And here we have, as you know, we have a very good weather, and a lot of national teams are training in our beaches. And we have a very good, a lot of high-level people here playing. And it's very good for our players, because you can see Olympic teams and a lot of European teams are here training all the winter. And in the winter, in the weekends we play. Some weekends we play because we can play all the time, all the year.
You're so lucky. Yes, we envy you. Good. So please, Michaela, your mic is closed.
One short comment still on the training. I forgot to tell you, but there's the European Championship, the Beach Volleyball Championship at the Donauinsel, so in Vienna. And it's the weekend before our training. So if you consider to come even earlier than Sunday, you can also come on Saturday and watch the finals, or on Sunday also the men's finals. I think there are still tickets available, so if you're interested, I will be there, not playing, but watching, and so I would be happy to see you there.
Beautiful. Excellent. Good. So if there are no further questions about our meeting in Vienna, train the trainers, then maybe, Judith, we can have from you some latest information about the research we are doing, and how can we all be contributing to that, because we have to present in this meeting also the status on our researches. So please, Judith.
Yes, I'm very sorry. We disappeared, Also didn't give any news that what we are again and again redesigning. It's Andrea Gal, I mentioned, she's heading it, and she's working also with PhD students on the topic. And the reason why we didn't give any news is because we were changing the concept again after finding 2 excellent, very good resources, which are about gender equality, specialized also for sport, about every aspect of sport, like women in household, exercise. It's not about top sport only, but of course the decision-making part is analyzed in sports, in grassroots sports. So and time to time we had also big breaks between our meetings. And in those times when we were still about not with the final decision, we were not coming to you. Who is changing? You are changing your your frames and everything. Yeah, yeah. Just so time to time, and when something is still in the middle of cooking, it's like so hard to. I know we could at least give you some signals that yeah, we are changing the concept, because there will be a very good basis for a much better few questions, also overruling again the previous decision that it would be maybe questionnaires sent out to people, but maybe there will be questionnaires. So we are completely hesitating. And I know that since the deadline is end of November, we are sure that very soon. I was 2 times on vacation. Andrea has, as I said, I'm sorry to be so honest, but with both parents are ill, so we were so rarely coming together. Meantime, working on the concept. You know, your mind doesn't stop when you are not in a situation of meetings or working together. And I will share you now the 2 resources just to quickly show you. Well, first of all, the concept. First, I go to the document. Is not changed. So sharing.
Judith, just an idea.
Yeah.
The V4V has very good templates for questionnaire for partners, and maybe you can use the templates of V4V
for the best, for the good practices. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, of course. I was actually doing that too. So
nice.
Comparing to last time, we restructured the beginning. I have to move this of the report. This report on women social integration through sport and gender equality status in participating countries is the one which I was talking about, that we have 2 excellent resources. So we will be using less of your own your resources, because if country reports have been written in 2 documents, is not established, published in 2022, then it's a very, very good basis. And even they will be, one of them is going to be updated because it's an annual report in 23. So after having the introduction, talking about the objectives of the report, the methodology is described. As I'm telling you, it's kept changing. We also clear points like understanding equality, inequality, understanding gender, general equality, and then the same in gender. The same about the sport aspect, social integration, sport with a special focus on women. We will have, and this is where all these resources are coming in. And now I am changing the Zoom, what I'm sharing. I'm not sure if I click here. Are you with us? Is this changing for you too?
No.
No?
No.
So we have to stop
you
sharing
have to, yeah, exactly.
And start again. So one which, as I said, was published, Towards More Gender Equality in Sport. It was the end of 2022, the European Commission had a special high-level group, and they have made this report and action plan. It is talking about 8 big topics, and using the previously prepared documents I have from you. I also mentioned last time the sport and gender equality. Remember that PowerPoint style? Yes, that is also talking about 6 areas. So we are going to make also a timeline about how the topics are discussed here and there. There is also this other project, this leveraging sport to tackle gender inequalities. I think you also had, it's also made by you.
Yes, the institute was the leader, yes.
I mean, they are excellent resources, and we will come even to higher level after involving these findings we have. In this one, there are no country reports, but they have good recommendations. So what we will also use for our questionnaire, we know the answer will be no, who is already applying or implementing any points of the recommendations, especially that they are addressed to usually the different target groups like GOs, NGOs, local, national. And now what I can switch to, again, stop sharing, is the biggest finding. So I'm coming up. Oops. Now sharing. It's now a downloaded PDF document, but with another, But with another move, I will also switch you and show you the website. So this is what Andrea, when I presented at the end of January, it was already a scheme that we thought about. And it was much later when she realized that, oh my God, there is this gender equality index, which is made every second year. And although the subtitle says COVID-19 pandemic and care, but it is also a very good analysis, because it's always comparing data from the previous years. So we have also, again, tendencies to show. And as I see, I already have in the search the sport word established. And many times they have very interesting statements, and sport is in a sub-row, I'm not sure how to say now, index, but they also have independent sport findings to mention, which is here, starting about sport decision making, figures, and now I'm coming to the best one, talking details like women with childcare responsibilities, far less socially active during the pandemic. But then they are going into more details, and as you see, these are data based on data collection. So it's like we don't have to make such data collection that was made already by this index. And the best thing is they have country reports. So for Cyprus, for Greece, for Romania, for Austria, for Hungary. So we will also, that's why it's a big work to first have the 80% of this report made by that, and then we can ask for some very, very specific for you to please go to your national level and find some more updated information if necessary. But maybe this whole thing can be made from these resources. No, it's already transportation. You see, women and men providing informal long-term care and participation, individual, social. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's a different one. So I stop this one, this sharing, And I show you the last one. It's key findings. I'm just looking for what is the. Oh yeah, I downloaded already, for example, Romania. They have, and now I share. Oh, I always forget to click on share. So then they have in this website, country by country, gender equality index. Now it's Romania as an example. It goes into all kinds of visualization, but for visualization we have to also make texts. This was already, they have report highlights, and here is as I see, generated data from 2013 to 22. So what we can claim is that when we work all these documents together, what we can establish for a long run is how to explore more directly this topic of women involved in sport. Maybe it's by age groups also, and by countries, of course. Now, the other one, as you said, Dan, and you are right, we should have done more about this, the handbook of best practices, is to send out the questionnaire. So yes, I'm using the one which Dan mentioning another project we are together in, and has excellent methodology of asking about all the good practices. So in 2 weeks we will send you the final one. And actually, between us, I was very silly. I was taking care of making a nice cover of it. I went to my neighbor colleague who is taking care of our nice publication editing. I wanted to have already something which is nicer than just a plain white Word document for sharing you, that please give feedbacks, and if your feedback says that it's time to, it's good to finalize it, then the final version will be very nicely made. But I'm sorry, I was really not thinking enough about at least this one could have gone, because I was too busy with the other one.
Judy, don't worry. You're right. There is a confusion in here, and I just would like to clarify, and then please add on this one. We have decided to have the November of this year as the deadline for the 2 studies. Okay? But misleading, because in this meeting, we're going to have the conference. The conference is basically each country presenting the findings in these areas, okay? So we need, by August, each of us to be able to present the country-specific findings, okay? Which can be obviously from the centralized information like we already had, or as a response to our questionnaire. That's why I think if we can agree that in 2 weeks, which is 31st of May, we can have the questionnaire, if that's okay, Judith. Then if we have the questionnaire by the 31st of May, I think is sufficient, probably a month and a half, something like the 15th of July, to get some information from each of the countries, each of the partners. Then we can start building together. We'll have 3 weeks to put together details for the agenda of the conference in Vienna. Is that okay?
Okay. But in the program, I didn't see any conference taking place in the training of the trainers.
Yes, if you go to the project, And you go to the meetings. You need to close, please,
Oh, in the
Judith.
project. Oh no, I was just watching this. What was the invitation? And it was day one partner. Oh, in the
Day
partner
2?
meeting.
No. In the day 3, the third day.
International workshop.
Yes, international workshop, exactly.
Okay.
This international workshop,
Mm-hmm.
if you look into the project, because it comes from there, it has event number E1.1, the first event, international workshop, quote, attracting women to sport, our experience. It's a conference, it's in Vienna. And the description is that the main partner will organize this event using formal existing contacts from similar projects, as well as key stakeholders, mass media, and representatives of civil society NGO. Then, this is the important part for all of us. Each partner will present the results of work package 1 and 2 they developed. The workshop will go on YouTube, blah, blah, blah. So, work package 1 or 2 are exactly these two reports that we are looking at. Okay, so each partner has to present something. That's why we need to accelerate a little bit now, country by country analysis, in order to have some information for this activity 1.1. Okay.
Okay, I understood. So the second one, which is based on more activity of our partners, because we send out the questionnaire, will be collected and put together like 90% ready. Yes, so it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be finalized.
But what about the other one, which is
the first
about?
part needs to be validated by each partner, because they will get this information, but somehow they'll say, no, my experience is not like this. I want to add something, because each partner is presenting the results of the work package 1 and 2 they developed so far. So it's a very good idea to get some certified, centralized information, but then needs to be split by partner, by country, and each partner needs to have some time to validate the information. That's my thought. Dan, please, if you can help me on this one. How else can we improve these two parts?
Yes, this kind of approach will underline the fact that each partner is contributing to the first step of the project, and also it also show that not only one partner is publishing a report based on desk research, but the others are also involved actively in it.
Yes.
And the reason is this is how we build the budget. In the budget, we allocated time and money in order to work on these reports, and we just don't use that. We might be questioned, okay, but why did you ask for the budget? It was sufficient just to do it centralized, not in every country. So I agree.
You talk about you now talk about the first document, the report on women's social integration through sport. Yes. But because when we meet in August, and if by that time we are ready by the fundamental we want to bring in from all these documents, is it enough to involve the partners after until November?
The partners in the conference, Romania, when I'll be in the conference, I'll have to present two things, two documents. I can't even speak, not to be documents. First, I need to tell them what is the situation on gender and sport key points and what's happening equality in Romania. I can use the report, I can add something on it. Then also I'll have to talk about the best practices. And then I'll finish my Romanian
but the
part,
best practices is easy, because that is really up to you.
Correct. But the gender sport key points, maybe I would like to add something or two, because the report is quite synthetic, just few words on each of the country, it doesn't go in detail. So what we are trying to say is that we need to show that each partner, following some guidelines, have looked for some information to be used in his presentation. I don't know if this makes sense, but it rhymes.
Sorry, we have less than a minute if we need to enter again the same link.
Okay, thank you.